What's going on? How's everybody doing? You protect your spirit. Make sure you keep it in a safe place, and that's what we do. There's a message. Okay. Make sure I'm out of motion. Got my drops. These are the drops. Reese's serum is supposed to be for anti-aging. Reality is, it means you're going to age anyway. It'd be a bit personal bad news, but little serum on our face to highlight, or should I say, delete some of these wrinkles. Why is this like a little bird? So, it is now officially Tuesday. Whatever it's gonna be, it's gonna be. So we're in a world full of confusion. But you are the door that you may not remember. I'm gonna take it now. You're the door to your life. So no matter how many obstacles come your way, how many things don't go your way, I give you the tools that basically says, I am Victor Light. We are Victor Light. That means only positive things can come your way. And when we speak greatness to you. Now the thing is, I know a lot of us don't quite understand what's going on in this world, because the world seems to be so dark right about now. What I'm here to encourage you is that you are in charge of everything that comes your way. Sometimes we get a little distracted because we don't realize it's really us in charge, because we feel like, oh, we're just being attacked left and right and stuff like that. But reality is, you're in charge. No matter what anybody tells you, you are in charge of everything that comes your way. And when I say this is because there's a lot going on. A lot of people are feeling up hope. A lot of people don't know what to do. A lot of people feel, is all this type of stuff happening? It's almost as if time is taking place and going in the backwards about 3,000 years. And we're going through the slavery time of the ancestors and stuff. Time is repeating itself in our face as of 2025. We can't believe we're here. But you're in charge. You're in charge of the outcome that happens to you along the way. I say that you're in charge because a lot of times we are so distracted by so many things that's going on. We're so distracted. It's a lot. It's a lot. We're so distracted because people just seem to have lost hope, stop praying, stop believing. They just feel like just sitting ducks. And I'm gonna let you know that you're in charge. You may not feel like you're in charge, but you're in charge. The thing about it is, if your person is broken, a two-spirit woman, two-spirit man, you're in charge of your outcome. No matter what anybody tells you. I think it's hilarious when people say, we will not be erased. I'm like, no, because you're human. Human people can't be erased. You could turn the page in a book, but you're in charge of the outcome. And the thing that gets me is you have to keep that in mind. No matter what they throw at you, you are in charge. You're in charge of the first, the middle, and the end. Because you're in charge of the reason why you handle everything. You handle it in different ways and stuff. And I'm giving you the reason why I'm telling you now, because a lot of times you're so distracted that you can't realize how much in charge you are. And the reason why I give you tools like to say, well, I am Vic the Light, I am Vic the Light. Anytime somebody do anything to me, I am Vic the Light. That means anything that's dark around you, you can't see with the human eye, we am Vic the Light. You have the pen that's right in your life. Hypothetically, I'm just seeing it as a pen and metaphor. And the thing is, you have to keep that in mind, because if you don't keep that in mind and realize you're in charge, you're going to get lost. You're going to get lost in all the darkness out here in this world. You're going to get lost. You're like, I don't know if I'm coming, I'm going. I feel like I'm just about ready to leave this world. But you're in charge. They can't put you down because you've lifted and now the light that shine on you. And the reason why you're attacked the most because your goodness is so great. Sometimes you get distracted because they don't want you to realize how good you are. You're a positive person that create positivity and bring extreme goodness and greatness to other people that's not like you and are not like you and not like you at all. But one thing about good and evil, you always can recognize evil when it's happening. But the thing is that you are in charge of the outcome as far as bringing social awareness. You are in charge of everything. Now, we may not like a lot of things that happen in this world, but I give you the tools, like I said before, to use if you don't know how to pray. Say, I am Vic the Light, I am Vic the Light. Everything positive comes my way. I am Vic the Light. Only good things happen to me. I am Vic the Light. All money tries to find me. I don't even have to talk about it. I am Vic the Light. So greatness is going to come my way. I'm going to receive people that's trying to help me that I don't even know. People that just can't leave. They're still going to come around me. They're going to be shut out because the light is going to deflect. And the darkness that's trying to bring to us, we're going to deflect it out. Now it can't hit us. It can't break us down because we ain't Vic the Light. Is that Evelyn? Wait a minute. I think I left my thing. I can only see. And this Evelina, what's up, Mama? And the thing, you know what it is, Evelina? I was watching somebody on live, and they was really going through it, and I was like, you do know that you're in charge of everything that's happening, but it's so much distractions going on in this world. You get lost. You know whether live or die. You do know whether to live or die, but the reality is that you feel like you done died inside because you can't understand it. And this girl, she was like, do anybody else see what's going on in the world? I said, yeah, we see what's going on just like you do. But remember one thing, you are in charge of the outcome. You're in charge of your actions. You're in charge of how you deal with it. You are in charge of everything. Now, I know you may feel like you are not in charge, but really, you're in charge of the reaction and Ravenovah. You're in charge of the feelings. You're in charge of everything. And the thing that gets me is, we feel as though we're going to be taken out of here. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen because for some reason, we feel as though it's in all, be all. No, it's not. It's not. But you have to keep in mind that you are in charge of your outcome. So if somebody breaks you down, guess what you do? Somebody breaks you down, hurts your feelings. This is what you do. They break you down, hurt your feelings, this is what you do. You are in charge of the outcome. Just go do something negative to you. Don't mean you have to do the same match. You don't have to you don't have to do the same energy. Because there's something that's even powerful over you that you don't even see. The angels are watching everything they're doing to you, and trust me, they're writing everything down. That's not right, and it's going to be an answer to this. You are in charge of everything. And when it happens, you'll be like, whoa, I didn't know you saw that. I didn't know you seen that was going on. But I appreciate the fact that you stepped inside, because I thought I was about to welcome in They're like vampires. They come in and suck your blood and stuff. And the thing is that you did not know that they was hugging you on one arm with a knife behind your back, sticking the knife in your back, backstabbing. And the thing about it is, when you evict the light, everything that's dark it has to go away. Light does not exist. I mean, darkness does not exist with light. So keep in mind, we may not like a lot of stuff that's going on in the world, and I know I don't like it, but the reality is, it's a teachable moment. It's teaching you about your power. It's teaching you about your power that, you have. And sometimes you get so many daggers, but with the power of the light, it can't exist. It will never stick. It will never stick. No matter how much they're putting you that's bad, no matter how bad they try to stop your blessing, it will never stick. Somewhere along the line, we'll keep getting blessed. Somewhere along the line, something gonna happen. Somewhere along the line, somebody's trying to help you. So remind you, you don't even know these people, and they're trying to make sure you make it to a better life. But remember, there are distractions. There are good and evil in the world. So don't get upset when the evil shows up. Just be able to recognize it. I see you. I see you. What worked before won't work with me now because I have the tools to keep me safe. That's all people need is the tools. We're human people we're spiritual people live inside of human form. And reality is that once we get it sunken in our head, nothing can go against us. Hey Wayne, how are you? Hey Nova. But it is so much distraction in this world, and it's so much, we're in the very world of the belly of the beast. That means that there are people that's out here, your faith is going to get challenged. And the reason why it's going to get challenged is because they don't want you to believe no more. They don't want you to believe. They don't want you to believe that you have the gift of everything. You're in charge of everything. So as being a person in charge, when somebody comes at you with the energy that's dark, you're in charge of your outcome. You're in charge of what you say. You're in charge of how they feel. You're in charge of how you feel. You're in charge of everything as far as moving forward, moving backwards. Everything's in charge. You're in charge of it. Now, a lot of times we don't like being a person in charge, but the reality is you have to be in charge. Because there's somebody looking at you that you actually don't even know they're looking at you. But the reality is they're looking at you for strength. So you just can't fold because something has happened to you. You just you push up your shoulders and say, okay, I see what's happening. I know you may not understand what's happening, but I understand what's happening. Let me take the wheel for you. Let me be the one that show you how to handle this. Because you know what? There's so many things that's happening in this world that's so dark. I mean dark. It discourages you so bad. You just feel like everybody's against you, like nobody really your friend, nobody you can trust, nobody can find into. You feel like somebody's going to betray you, or they're going to betray you in a short period of time, or it's just a matter of time before they betray you. But the reality is, it depends how you see things, how you think. They can never do that to you. When you are a person that lives in the light, anything that's dark has to shatter. Anything that's dark, they try to take you down. Like people that say they come to you like they're your friend. That's the most poisonous name to use in the world of taking somebody down. And when I say that, they'll say, I love you. I really love you. But the I love you could mean, not all the time, could mean that I have a dagger in my hand and I can't wait to present it to you. I have a stick of dynamite. I can't wait to hand it to you so it can blow up in your face. They're so happy when things are happening bad. But guess what? When you're in charge, it can't happen. Everything that they try to put out the trap they try to set for you to make you go down the line, it can't happen. Because you evict the light. I evict the light because anything that was coming my way, I evict the light. That means it's going to shatter. It has no choice. It has to leave. It can't stay. Because you're already protected. Your soul is protected. Everything about you is protected. And the thing is, you get distracted because I need you to stop saying the word, I am Victor Light, because I can't do what I want to do to you, because you're becoming protected. And reality is, you already been protected. But you have to realize that you are in charge of your life. You are the pen that writes your story. I said that again. You are the pen that writes your story. And a lot of times you're going to get really upset and stuff, and it's like, it's discouraging and stuff. The world is going all the way from A to Z, all the way to D. It's just tearing you down mentally. You're getting torn down so many different ways. People don't even show up the way they used to. They show up broken. Everybody's broken. Oh, I don't know what to do anymore. I just giving up. I just take the punches with the blows. I don't even believe anymore. I don't even pray anymore. I don't, because I'm just tired. I'm tired. I just can't believe this outcome I've been seeing. I'm tired. And that's okay. It's okay to become human. It's okay to be tired. But make sure you stay protected. Because everything that's dark cannot exist as long as you keep the light on you. The light shines on you really bright. And when you are anointed, when you are God's chosen, you're going to get more than you're supposed to. But you don't mind it because you are protected. Because a lot of things happen to some of us that should not happen. That's because we wasn't protected. We didn't keep our protection up. And I see that all the time, that you have to be in charge of your reality. So when people put you down, you don't respond back. You go, I am Victor Light. Say what you want. I am Victor Light. I am Victor Light. I'm going to keep going. Say what you want. I'll join you. Yeah, that's what it is. I am Victor Light. Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it, well, yeah, that's how I feel. But the reality is you're not sharing any information because you're powered up. And the thing is, they can't win. Now they get me get mad. Girl, I ain't been in contact with you. You act so funny now. You act funny because you woke up. Everything around you ain't your friend. Everything around you that always have to be should not be in your presence. When you're Victor Life, you lose a lot of people. That means family, friends, jobs, co-workers, people you thought had your back. You lose a lot of things because when you're in Victor Light, you about to clean up everything around you. And when that happens, you're going to get upset. You're going to get upset because now you're being woke. It's the awakening. The awakening to something or so many people or so many things that you thought was yours, which was never yours. Which was never yours. But you had so much love, and you just knew that they was the one. You just knew that they was the one that was going to be there for you. You just knew they was the one to help you when you fall. You just knew it. They were supposed to be there. Everything you needed was in you. You was the pen that was writing your own story, hypothetically. But the reality is that goes at you and stuff, and these different things, when your energy is so high and your spirit is so anointing and blessing, you're gonna get people coming to you. You're gonna get people out the clear blue sky that don't know you, gonna be contacting you. But the reality is, nothing they try to do will stick. It won't stick. Just keep in mind, you are in charge of everything that's your way. You are the pen that's writing your own story. Evelina, Nova, you are the pen that's writing your own story. So please keep that in mind. So when things are happening bad, when the things that happen to you, you're in charge of everything. You are in charge of the outcome. You're in charge of the outcome. You're in charge of the outcome. And the thing is that the reason why I'm saying this is because I want y'all to push it in your brain. I want y'all to push it in your brain I'm in charge of this. I'm not getting in charge because I'm in charge of what I'm thinking. I'm in charge of my way of thinking things. I'm in charge of putting stuff down, but I want to be delivered from it. I'm in charge of this. But you have to understand, we're human. We get distracted because we're human, and we not like a lot of things that's happened to us. But reality is, it's happening. We may not like it, but it's happening. Anyway, I just want to share that with you. That's right. I wish I was. That was a pen. You can be anything you want to be, Evelina. It's up to you. Just only eat salad. But the thing is, the pen was a metaphor as far as you're the pen, because you're writing your story. You're writing everything down how you want it to play out. You write everything. It's called manifestation. So you're writing everything down how you want your life to play out. And if you stay focused, it'll play out that way. Because anything that makes you deter from what you want to go to, you won't go. But if you're committed to being focused on bringing yourself to a higher vibration, it's going to happen. But you have to be committed. You can't be distracted because there's going to be a lot of distractions. There's going to be a lot of things that's going to try to discourage you and take you down. But you always have to keep in mind, you are in charge of your destination. I know these trials and tribulations take us through it. We like, okay now, you're giving me too much. The thing is, you are in charge of everything. And the reason why I'm sharing this with you, because I was listening to this girl, and she was like, y'all don't act like y'all don't see nothing going on. She's panicking. She's panicking left and right because she's like, she can't understand how too many things are happening in this world, and she just can't believe, like Thomas beating himself. I wanted to tell her, it depends on where she was at mentally, because if she was in the right frame of mind, she would receive it the way I try to give it to her. She like, oh, here come another one. Now you're trying to tell me what to do. And the funny thing about that is, when I was that person, I did the same thing. I didn't believe in nothing. But I realized I was in charge what comes out my tongue. You are in charge. Nova, Evelina, Wynn, you're in charge. Now, you may not like to have this responsibility, but I promise you, in the end, your blessings are going to be so big. You're going to be like, I can't believe this. This is my life. I never was a person that believed in that manifest great things, stuff like that. I was like, okay, here we go with this. You want me to manifest this? You want me to manifest this? Okay, here we go. I want good things to come to me, and I just want blessings to come. I need money. But the thing is, when you manifest it, you already have it. There's so many things that you have that you can't even recognize that you have, because you're so lost in the depression. Depression is a powerful thing. It can make you not believe in nothing. It can make you feel like you're just wasting your time. It's very powerful. But as long as you keep the prayer going, I am Victor Light, I am Victor Light. Money finds me everywhere I go. I'm Victor Light. People trying to help me along the way. I don't even know these people. I am Victor Light, I am Victor Light. Everybody that should not be in my life, you want to take them out of my life. I am Victor Light. Help me be stronger for people that need to be gone. I am Victor Light. Everything you speak of is in your favor. It's to help you along the way. And that's what it'll do. It'll do it. I'm a pure witness of that. And, a lot of things in life, I see a lot when I'm walking down the street, and I see people just broken. I can't help you, because it depends on where you're at mentally. Broken people, if they allow you, you can help them. But some broken people you can't help because they're not going to allow you. They've been betrayed, let down, lied to, deceived, believed that they've been trapped, set up. So many bad things has happened to them. So for me to try to introduce them to something new, they're like, okay, here we go. Because there's a lot of darkness that's in the world. But if you're aware of what's actually the power you have, darkness don't exist. It don't exist. And the thing that gets me is, ain't you me? See, I can't even see, and I can see your name. And that's the thing. Welcome back, me. I made it early. And shit. You funny. And it's just difficult. I just think right about now, because everybody's discouraged and stuff, plus this president is doing the most, and people saying things like really crazy things I've been hearing people say. And I'm like, yo, listen, you do know you're in charge of this, right? You don't be distracted. You are in charge of all this. Everything's coming with yours. And also, if it don't go your way, go around. If it don't go your way, go around this way. If it don't go around this way. Go another way. Go another way. Go another way. Keep going around. Because all doors cannot close. When there's a light on you, it will not be darkness. And the thing that gets me is, you're in charge. I know with me and stuff, I just can't believe a lot of stuff I'm seeing in this world. I also can't believe a lot of it because I'm like, we're here. So we writing history back when slavery day was okay? Are we here? We watch people get hung and stuff. Are we here? Are we really watching this stuff happen? Are we here? So time is repeating itself again. And now we're in the time being repeated itself again. Are we here? And the thing that gets me is, these are the things that happened to us, our ancestors, when they were younger, and they were murdered, and they were hung from trees. We're here. So this is where we're at now. We're here. And remember all things. Everything about you is a blessing. You was made the way you are on purpose. And there's somebody you're helping along the way that you don't even know. But you really have to remind. Even though sometimes you don't feel like you want to go no more, go anyway. The door is closed, closed. I'm going. I'm going. I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming. No, you ain't closing the door on me. You ain't closing the door on me. I'm coming anyway. Open the door. Because I promise you, there will be some little young person behind you that'll be so happy that you held the door open for them. You didn't close the door on them. You didn't try to make sure the door was sealed on them. You held the door open. Say, come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. They come through the door. They may not appreciate it. They may not even know what you're doing. But trust me, in the end, there will be so much gratitude and blessings and congratulations. And I love you. And thank you for believing me. Thank you don't even know me. And thank you for doing things in your favor to make my life better than it would have been without you ever existing. There's a lot of different things as far as seekers. There's a lot of different things in this world that's dark. There's a lot of different things in the world that wants to take that light out of you. And the reason why that light is trying to put it out of you, because you shine too bright. Your brightness is so strong. It hurts their eyes. And the only way they can stop it, they have to stop you. That's where you have to be in control and know your worth. Once you know your worth and know how powerful you are, nothing can hold a candle to you. Can't. You have nothing but goodness coming your way, prosperity, greatness, it all embedded in your skin, in your blood, in your heart, in your soul. People do many things they want to you, but nothing's gonna stick. Anyway, it's all darkness, light and darkness and light don't. Exactly, you mean. Exactly, you mean. And the thing about it is, the world is so dark. I've never seen so many people that are broken. They are broken. I walk outside and I just watching bodies. I don't even see the human form anymore. I just see bodies. Hey, Ash Child. I don't see human form anymore. I see bodies. I see this guy I know went to school when I school with, yeah, back in the day. He walks up, he says hi. I looked at him. He was somebody who betrayed me. I didn't speak back because you know what? I know his energy. I know his energy from the past. Now maybe he have changed and maybe wanted to say something to me that was more. But once I know you, I know you. I can accept you who you are. You betrayed me as a friend. I can accept that. But my dealings with you is going to have to be long distance. I'm not coming your way. You gotta go that way. You gotta go that way. I can't bring that energy onto me. I can't get that deceitful energy. I cannot bring on that energy as far as fake friends, as far as up to something, up to no good. I can't bring that energy onto me. I have to accept you for who you are. And I have no problem leaving you where you are. I could kind of tell you a little something, but I'm not going to try to share information with you when I know who you are. If I know you're no good and you have darkness in your soul, that's not my spot. I have to leave there. And it's okay. But somebody may get you to the next level. It just won't be me. Because you know, you deceived me. Now the next person, maybe you learn better from me by hurting me or deceiving me, that the next person you meet, you won't do that. So now they get a whole different person than you are. Anyway. My God, my spirit. Exactly, as child. That's what I'm saying. You have to. Because when people show you who they are, you have to believe them the first time. That was the thing that get me, especially if you have a forgiving spirit. That means you take a chance to get hurt again. You get hurt again. You get hurt again. And the reason why you're getting hurt because you're not listening. You want what you want. You want to be a good person. You want to be a nice person. But they keep showing you who they are. Just like I told to King David yesterday, I said, well, I have a guy that I've been dealing with for 20 years. We never had sex. I said, I finally had a day off from work, and he went somewhere else far. I said, you think he really loves me the way he says? Or he don't? He says, no, he's not that into you. Basically, you in love with him, but he ain't in love with you. He just want to know how long he can hold me here. Now, you know me. Listen, I'm like a little kid. If you ain't around somewhere, I'm like a little kid. I gotten something. I don't sit around and wait for a man. Now he was waiting 20 years. I was still pulling him in. I'm not gonna wait till you have your assigned day that you want to decide to pick one of the flowers from the garden and say, today I'm gonna celebrate you. You won't be celebrating me because I'm not gonna be there. I'll be dried up and gone. And the thing about it is, I don't sit back and wait for one person because you're not supposed to. I remember the days I used to cry. Oh, a man would hurt me and I would be broken for days. I didn't want to go on anymore. I could not breathe without him. I could not do anything without him. And I would call and check up on him and see, he would say, you know, are you thinking about me? He said, no. I said, he don't mean that. No, he meant it. And it still hurt me so bad, but the truth hurts. He didn't love me. He didn't have to, and he didn't. He was a part of my lesson, not my blessing. And I had to put him in the right category as far as being my lesson. We get a lot of lessons today, especially when we're going something so bad, and we close our eyes to things that we don't want to see. But it's always been there. It's always been here. And the reality is, it is what it is. But it's just crazy to know. When I was first coming up in life, I used to always think that we was all brought here to help each other out. And I was like a big crybaby. Like anytime somebody did something to me, I would start crying. My aunt used to tell me, you gotta stop crying all the time. You cry every time somebody says this to you. And I was, when you start getting my kids, I start crying again. She's like, you gotta stop crying. She said, everything you do, you keep crying. You hurt my feelings again. I start crying again. But then after a while, after a couple of bruises and punches and scars, I started getting tougher. I started getting more meaner, started getting more tougher, and I started learning the thing of why you sitting there. And when I say why you sitting there, that means why you sitting there waiting to be abused when they done did that already. They already did that part to you already. So why you sitting there waiting for more abuse? You need to get up. You need to go. You need to go. We promise if you just want to be abused, stay there. Stay there. And they're gonna do more. But what I would do is I would just pray for strength so I could leave. Some people think that because you're abused, you could just leave. No, it don't go that easy. It's not that easy to just leave abuse. But the reality is, abuse is abuse. It's abuse. And the thing that gets you is, once you had enough, you don't leave. Once you start praying, I am Victor Light, I am Victor Light, it pushes its way of seeing you. It protects you, it hides you. It hides you from the people that's abusing you because you're not listening. So you have to be put into protection mode. I have to protect you because you're not listening. You have to come in a spiritual form to get me to listen. Because in the flesh form, you're not listening. So in the spiritual form, you have to pull me to safety. Because I'm not getting it. I'm hard-headed. I just want what I want. I don't want to listen. So the spirit will come in and they'll pull you away. And they'll start hiding you. So instead of them thinking about you, they're going to push them away. Sometimes, what they'll do sometimes, they'll make the person push you away. But a lot of times, that don't work. When you don't want to hear it, you don't want to hear it. You show right back up again. But the spirit will pull you away. And you may fight it even then, but reality is you're going away. You're going to go away. It's a couple punches and a bruise and stuff like that, but eventually you're going to hear it. Now, a lot of times, it's not in a flesh form. It's in the spiritual form. There are spirits that are here that follows us through our journey. There are spirits that are here that protect us through our journey. There are spirits that we watch other people go through things and they end up murdered or killed. It didn't happen to us because we're like, I did the same thing they did. Why didn't it happen to me? Because you were protected. You were protected. You were spiritually protected because you're a much more stronger spiritual person than you know. And they've been protecting you way before the person even showed up. One always get through, 2, 3, 4. But after a while, 5 and 6 don't make it. And reality is, sometimes you need strength of another higher power to pull you away. Because it's so much darkness in this world. It is so much darkness. It's cut like jello pudding. It's so strong. And it mentally just takes you down. But see, when I think about that, I'm starting to sit into the darkness. But as long as I'm sitting in that darkness, it don't exist. You know what I'm saying? So you're in charge of your frame of mind. You're in charge of what you say. You're in charge of the pen that you're writing in your head that's coming out, the power of your tongue. You're in charge of that. And remember one thing. Only thing that could destroy you is you. And a lot of times, even then, a lot of your spiritual beings that surround you, you can't see, is going to make sure that don't happen. Because they love you so much. And they're going to keep pulling you away. It's like, oh, let me go get you. Let me go get you because you ain't listening. Let me go get you. Let me go get you. Let me go get you. And then you be like, don't want to hear it. But the reality is, you're human. Everybody wants to be loved. Everybody wants to be appreciated. Everybody wants. But the thing that gets me, which was like yesterday, I realized there were so many broken people in the world. It's so many broken people in the world, and it gets me is they've lost hope. I don't want y'all to lose hope. I want you. This is the reason why I do these videos, because I want y'all to see your power pack is strong. I want you to be ready for anything that comes to you that's darkness. You realize, oh, Raven told me about this. Oh, okay, I got you. I heard you, Raven. Heard you loud and clear. I'm starting to get dark thoughts. I evict the light. I evict the light. Now a sudden has to flee. Because you're human. And you're not perfect. We fall off balance a whole lot of times. Like that song says, we fall down, but we get up. And that's the thing about it. And the reality is, you are in charge. You are the pen that writes your own story. So when you don't get the job that you wanted, you write the pen, you go to another job. You don't get the man you always wanted or the woman you wanted, you're the pen, you write another story. You keep adding comma, add a comma. So you don't get the job you want, add a comma. That means you don't go to the next job. You don't get the man you always wanted, the woman you always wanted, write a comma, go to the next. You don't sit there in the darkness. You don't let it sink into your skin. You don't let it sink into your blood. You don't make it your end all and be all. But reality is, when you see it, you see it. But as long as you evict the light, all the darkness cannot have a place in your heart. But anyway, I just want to share that with you because I went to sleep and I was like, I always go to sleep, I get these messages, which is really weird. And I was like, instead, I don't want your hair to be blonde today, I want your hair to be black. I said, okay. Then it's black. Then it said, I want you to say something positive in the world because it's so dark. I said, then what do you want me to say? You are in charge of everything that's around you. Keep that in mind. You are the pen that writes your story. So no matter what they say, no matter what they do, keep in mind, you're in charge. Because as long as they keep feeding you darkness, you start eating it after a while. And you'll sit in it and believe in it. But it was like, I want you to be in charge of what's being said in this world. Because right now, there's a lot of false information. And people are feeling as though they could be erased. Let them know that it's not like that. There's no such thing as being erased. Let them realize that they cannot be erased. You are a human being. You were sent here by God. And the thing about it is, that's not just wipe away and go away. Everything that comes through Him, then to you. You were set here, assigned exactly to do what you're doing. And also going to be sent different angels around you that's to protect you. You get 1 angel, 2 angels, 20 angels around you, protecting you. You hear that, Nova? Evelina? Hey, Anna, what's up, mama? You, me, the guy that's weird, no God wants, no mama. And no sex. That's real. The thing about it, that's what I'm saying. But see, he never wanted me. And the thing I asked but I already knew the answer. I mean, come on, mothers live. Mother has lived. I don't sit around. I know once upon a time, when I tell you, me, I used to go through it. Oof. I used to cry. I didn't want to eat. I would get drunk. I couldn't believe what I was, but I'm doing everything right. I'm just getting dull. And I continue to get dull. But I'm going to take the blame and put it on my mother because she allowed a lot of abuse on me. She punished me for being who I was. If you know what I mean, you know what I mean. She didn't like what God sent to her. So she was very disappointed and she actually tried to get people to harm me. And that's my mother. So as a mother, that your mother is trying to get people to take you out. And you stay because you love her so much. Like you love her so much. And they hate you. And the funny thing is, I'm going to give you an idea. She hated me so much, but I loved her so much. I loved her so much. She was my moon, my stars, my everything. I thought she was the most beautiful woman in the world. I felt like she was the greatest thing that God could give. And she hated my guts. Everything about me was, I was the devil. Everything about me was bad. I think people supposed to kiss my butt. I think I'm better than everybody. She was just everything that was, and I would give her the word. I bought her first car. I did everything. But she hated me. See, what I'm saying is, no matter how much you could do for a person, when they don't like you, they don't like you. But so mindset, when I got older, when I meet these type of men, I stayed. So instead of me fleeing and saying, oh, no, I'm out of here, I stayed because I was used to it. It wasn't that bad. But it really was that bad. That's what a lot of guys be like, I can't believe how long you stayed. Because I grew up with it. So it wasn't that bad. To find a man that's good for me, that's looking out for me, my back, it would be a miracle. I mean, there's a lot of men that want to lay me down, but ain't nobody want to pick me up. And then when I do find them, they be reincarnated back from the ancestors. Hey, Miss Auntie. Your mom tried to get people to join you because of who you are. Yeah, she hated my guts. They hated people like me, if you know what I mean, Aunt Esther. They hated people like me, and she punished me. But the reality is, when you love somebody so much, you don't see it that way. You make up a lot of excuses. Well, you know what? She don't mean it. Whatever I couldn't accept, I lied to myself. The lie felt better than the truth. I would say she don't mean it. She just mad at me because maybe for some reason. It was never the reason why she was mad at me. She hated who I was. And she says, you want to be me. You everything about me is bad. When I tell you bad, the things she used to say to people about me was not true. And she would just say things like, I don't help her, I won't do anything for her. I bought a brand new car. Everything I do, the thing about it was, a person hates you so much, you could give them the world. But if they hate you, they hate you. You may want to live with the illusion that they love you, but the reality is it's sunk over. So when men does it to me, when men treat me like dirt, men treat me bad, I grew up with it as a kid till an adult. So for me, it wasn't that bad because I was, what's that new word y'all using? Groomed. I was groomed that it wasn't that bad. So I stayed. So when people treat me bad, I said, okay, it's not that bad. Oh, it's not that bad. Then I be fighting people. I say it's not that bad. Reality was that bad. But the longer you stay, the mental abuse becomes more mental, and it sinks over. And it sunk over to my relationships. That's why a lot of times with people, they got away with murder. I was like the perfect person because I was dumb as hell. You could do anything to Raven. Raven ain't gonna do shit. You could cheat, you could do, but the thing is, I just don't want you to leave me. I just want you to go. You could just dog me on everything. I would fight, fist fight, scratch your face, everything. But I would stay. Most people would leave. I didn't leave. Because to me, it wasn't that bad. It reminds me of slavery days when the slaves were freed and Harriet Tubman freed the slave, and a lot of them didn't believe her. And she tried to get them to leave, but a lot of people didn't believe her. They were free, so they didn't leave. It's just time repeating itself. There's a lot of soldiers in the world. There's a lot of leaders. There's a lot of followers. But that's the way the world moves. You know, and I'm definitely not a leader. I'm just a testimony person to tell you my story. I don't want my story to seem like it's just the only one, because there's a lot of people in this world have testimonies and stories and lived through that they can't believe that they got this far. Pushed down doors, knocked down doors, kicked down doors, and felt like it was enough and kept going anyway. Broken heart, broken spirits, don't even want to be here, 1 foot in the grave, 1 foot out, but they keep going anyway. So there's definitely others that's been through some stuff. So I'm definitely not the only one. I just give you what happened to me, and you could take the tools or pieces of the banana and peel from it and say, well, I'm going to use this part, I'm going to throw out this part, I'm going to keep this part, and it's different things. It's going to help people along the way. Because Raven falls down more than most. That makes me feel sad. Drinking things. That's the problem. She didn't want to be. She hated. When she died, her friends, when she died, I came to her funeral. They asked her who was I. She said I wasn't her child. So my friends was like, well, who are you? I said, that's my mother. It's like, your mother? I said, yeah, my real mother. Because you know how gospel spreads. I said, yeah, that's my mother. Her friend started crying. She said, why did she lie to me? She's crying. I'm, I'm the one who has a dead mother. Her friend is still crying. I mean, she is falling. She said, why would she lie to me? She was with me all the time. Why did she lie to me? Who you asking? I was the enemy. So I don't think I would have that information, would I? But the thing is, she grew up as a child, and she went through a lot as a child. She didn't ask to have me, and she didn't want it either, but guess what? That's the way the world works. You can't pick your family, you can't pick your mother, you can't pick people. But once they show you the R, Nova, you leave them alone. Like Anna, you leave them alone. They show you R, you may not want to go, but the reality is they showed you who they are. Now you just gotta believe them. And it's difficult to believe somebody because if you love somebody so much, you said that's why people are like, why don't man stay with a woman or a guy stay with a girl that's beating on them? Because it's not that bad. They're used to it. Reality is that once they wake up, they realize it's bad. But in the time that's happening, God forbid if you tell somebody, you have to defend them. Oh, don't talk about my mother, this and that. But the thing is, there were signs of everything. But the reality is, I loved her so much. I love that woman so much. And she hit my guts. And it's so funny because it's like, I get the same thing from men. They don't give me the love that I'm supposed to get, but they don't have to give me none, and they don't. But the reality is, but they will tell me, I need to take you down a few levels. So you want to take me down a few levels, and you haven't done anything to build me up. But you're willing to take me down more, but you never will to build me up. So then, oh, you must be on no hormones. You being a bitch today. Okay. So I don't know what it's like to get love, but I do know what it's like to be treated bad. And I know I'm being treated bad because I get that thing in my stomach. My stomach is in knots. Why is it so hard to love me? Why is it so hard to love me? And the question would be, why is it so hard to love yourself? They're not supposed to love you. You're supposed to love yourself. So why is it so hard to love, for you to love them? For you to love you? Because they wouldn't be here. This conversation would be going on. But you have a problem. It's not them. Don't point the finger at them. Point it at you. Why don't you love yourself? To sit there with them, to sit there in front of your face to tell you to take you down further. And when they say take you down further, that should have been your exit move. They should never have been able to get in contact with you again. But you don't love yourself enough to know when to leave. Self-esteem broken. Everybody loves a person with a low self-esteem because they could just use them up and throw them away. And matter of fact, blame them for everything. Your self-esteem is so low. If they said I did it, then I did it. But the reality is, you don't argue with them. When they tell you just a bad person, you just go, okay. All the food that's been pushed down your throat, you didn't have to eat it. You had to recognize what was being pushed down your throat. And also recognize why it happened. And then also recognize that you won't let it happen again. You're human. It's okay to have hiccups. But the reality is, you are in charge of your life. You have the pen to write your own story. You have the pen to write your own story. And I want you to hear that 1,000 times over. Let me get some tissue. Well, anyway, that's all I wanted to share with y'all. Because you know what it is, Aunt Esther. Hey, Daisy Blonde, what's up, Mama? You know what it is? I just feel so sad because sometimes the girls be online like, all this bad stuff is happening. People go India more, still going crazy. And I'm like, you do know that people been through things in life, and you know that we're not the first, the last, or the end. We're just a part of the middle, and we're gonna get past it. But the reality is, you realize how tough we are. You realize the weight we wear on our shoulders, and we still get up in the morning. We move forward. You know how tough you are. You may not feel like you are, but you are. But the thing about it, you're distracted. You're like, well, then that's what they're gonna do to us now. You're terrorists. I was like, oh, I thought before we was too busy getting murdered. Now we're terrorists. Whoa, what a level up. And the thing is, what are you gonna? But thing is, well, how do you feel about that? They've been dogging us. Like I'm like, but they've been dogging us. Maybe because I was doing all these murders and stuff. Maybe because I saw it. I'm like, but they've been treating us bad. Why is it like y'all acting like this is something new? When did they start treating us so good? They didn't want to give us hormones. Well, guess what? A lot of times we first started without the government helping us. A lot of times it's happened before. A lot of girls had the hormones. They bought it illegally from off the street. And there was even before then. There was a way back before then. Back before you was even born. Way back. Let's go way back in the time. It's been going on. It's been going on for centuries. And guess what you did? You made it. You still pushed through. You came through when nobody thought you could come through. Even you didn't think you could come through. But guess what? You came through. You still walked through that door. But the reality is they keep pumping all this darkness in your brain. You're like, well, maybe they're right. No, they're not. You are in charge of everything. You hold the pen in your hand. You are in charge of everything that comes your way. You're in charge of how you deal with it. You're in charge. They want to push you this way. They want to push you this way. Go this way. They want to push you this way. Go this way. They want to push you this way. Go this way. No matter where they push you, just keep going. Like the Matrix. Like that song says, let's sing was little when I was little. You better move out the way before I kick you out the way. That's it. And that song was way before a lot of us was born. You better move out the way before we kick you out the way. And that's before we was born. So that's to let you know a song that old been going on, and they kicked them out the way. But anyway, just keep in mind. I just want to give you food for your soul because for some reason, I just don't. I'm just saying as far as my little team over here, I want to keep y'all lined up and big in the light, and also prepared because the reality is, it can't work, it can't stick because you are prepared for everything. And I don't want y'all thinking, well, we just got to give up and stuff. It's just, no, because that's what they want you to do. I'm giving you tools. I'm giving you ways to pray, to make push it up. I invite the light. I invite the light. Anything darkness has to sit off me. I invite the light. Money finds me everywhere I go. I invite the light. You have to make sure you hear the story in a positive light. And every time somebody shares something dark, if you want to, you could teach them another way to look at things. But they may not want to receive it. You have to give them time because sometimes you tell people stuff, they don't really want to receive it. And that's fair. They'll receive it when you're not around. They'll receive it one day around the house, clean up the house. So, somebody said that to me. People are going to receive things at their own time, at their own speed. Give them that. And don't get frustrated with them because they didn't hear it the way you want them to hear it. They're going to hear it at a certain time in their life. They're going to hear you. They're going to hear it plain and clear. But you have to give them time to hear it. Just because you tell them don't mean they have to hear it. But I promise you this. They can't unhear it. So once you put it in their head, it's just like when people always say, oh, you ugly. You heard it. But you can't unhear it. Now the reality is, do you want to accept it? Now when you see them again, you remember what they said. You know the energy is dark. You know the energy is bad. So everything about the conversation with you and that person should not exist. When they saying something you've never done nothing bad to them, That's because that's their mission, is to take away your light. As long as they try to take away your light, they feel empowered. But when you evict the light, don't they lose? Because everything about you is nothing but goodness and greatness and divine, and everything that comes your way is powerful and beautiful. You evict the light. Everything that's great comes your way. You evict the light. Money tries to find you. You evict the light. Everything you're trying to strive for, the door is open for you. You evict the light. People trying to do things you don't even know. You just have to believe when you see it, because it's happening. And the thing about it is, I try to give you the two, because some people are like, just pray with me. No. I'm going to teach you how to pray by yourself. Because at the end of the day, that's all you could trust is yourself. You may be praying with somebody that don't like you, but when you say your prayer, that's between you and your spiritual father, universe, whatever way you pray spiritually, God, Jesus, whatever you pray to. But my thing is, you are in charge of your life. You write your own pen. You have the pen that's writing your own story. So the story you share now, you're writing that pen. You are that pen. Anyway, thank you all. I just wanted to share that with you because I was laying down and I kept hearing people saying, I guess because I'm an empath, I feel people's pain and I feel the things that they're going through and stuff, and it makes me sad because they really believe this stuff. They've been believing it. And it's like, if I don't say nothing, then, then I'm doing a disservice. I'll say a little clues, but how you doing, Miss Daisy? I'm not crying, Esther. No, but I'm just saying that you are in charge of everything that's happened to you. I used to didn't think that way. I didn't think that way. I was like, honest, what I used to think was that everybody just hated me. I was like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna hide, I'm gonna shut my face, I'm gonna hide under the hat, I'm gonna keep hiding. Because you can't see me, you can't hate me if you can't see me. But the reality was, it was me. It was me. I carried a lot of pain and stuff like that, and I just pushed through with the pain. I moved with the pain. And once you start moving through the pain, you start realizing that you are in charge of everything that's coming your way. I'm not perfect. I fall down more than most. Unfortunately, y'all got a chance to witness it. But the reality is, I'm human. I fall down a lot. But I appreciate you all around to be around me. Unfortunately, y'all get a chance to see me lose a lot. But you know what, with all the losing, there is a win. You never know when your blessing is going to come. There is a win on the way. There is a win on the way. I feel it. I can feel it in my soul. There is a win along the way. And that's a win for you as well. There is a win along the way. That pen that you're writing is the story of your life. There is a win along the way. That's only designed for you. And to be your story, your testimony, and you will be that win that you just can't believe that you're seeing. Is that my phone about to die? Yeah, my phone is fine. Anyway. Or is it? I can't even tell. No, it's not about to die. Oh, I'm so confused. I got this phone here, and I'm so confused. Anyway, I just wanted to share it with you. It was, you know what happens with me when I get these little spiritual awakenings? It's usually when I wake up. It's almost like somebody be laying over me. I'm trying to scare y'all, because I know y'all be scared sometimes. But sometimes when I'm in the house, I feel somebody pushing me. And also, when I lay in the bed and I go to sleep, I start hearing somebody whispering. And now you lay in the bed and you're sleeping, and all of a sudden you hear the whisper, but you act like you don't open your eyes, but you listen like, you're like. but you're listening. And that's what the message I got. Just like the one I got with the I'm Big Delight. I was so done with this world. I was done. I promise you I was done. And it said, I am Big Delight. I said, what? I am Big Delight. I said, what? I am Big Delight. I am Big Delight. I am Big Delight. I said, oh, you want me to say that? And then when I said it, stuff started happening. I said, yo, this is something that's happening. First of all, I'm not a phony person. And when it's happening, I share with y'all. Because I'm not going to lie, I'm a little shocked. I'm like, and I'll be like, and I try to give you tools and stuff like that, but I'm going through because I want you to go through it as well. I want you to have this great victory and stuff like that. But the reality is, I'm listening to a higher power, a higher being. And the reality is that I'm being told by different spiritual beings that's telling me things. So today I fell asleep and I was told, your life is, you are the pen that writes your story. I was like, I'm the pen that writes my story. It said, let me break it down. Everything that's happening to you, you are writing this and it's happening as you write it. I said, what? Everything that's happening to you, you're writing it as it's being written. You're doing this. I said, how am I doing this? Because you are in charge of everything that's coming your way. So if you speak it into existence, it's going to happen. But you have to listen to the message. What I'm trying to tell you is that you are in charge of everything that's coming your way. I said, well, what about the people that says they just said because they are too busy in the darkness, they're being consumed. They're not realizing they are the light. And the light always finds darkness. And when darkness comes around, it only wants to stop the light. It wants to put the light out. They're called dream destroyers. Every dream you ever had, they try to put it out. But as being a light, you are in charge of the message. Now, whether they're going to receive it or not, that's fine. Because that's because you tell them don't mean they have to receive it because you told them. But I promise you this, if it's something positive, it's going to help them. It's going to brace them. They're going to hear it. It may not be today. It may not be this week. It may not be next week. But they're going to hear you. Something's going to be dark. And they're going to reflect. There is a problem, but I have to cure it. There was a problem, but I have to cure it. And it also didn't say, I was like, well, why don't you say Jesus, Jesus, Jesus? So I didn't say that. I said, well, that's how I pray. Go Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. He said, but I said, invict the light. Invict the light. Now, if this is a spiritual person, I do not know. Is this a dead person? Obviously. But it's like, it's telling me this information and I'm sharing with y'all. I'm not no empath, or some people trying to say I'm not one, but the reality is I only can share information I hear and I share with you to move along the way. Am I empath? No, but the reality is I know there's empath people out there that talk to the dead. I guess reality I do talk to the dead. When I do see Botanica and stuff, it's shaped just like my apartment. I guess I have to have a little time for it to receive, but the reality is I'm still confused. I'm not perfect, which y'all know, and I fall down more than most. But the main thing that bothered me was somebody was upset. Y'all don't see what's going on? And as a person, as an empath that care about people, I want to help. I can't help with money, but the reality, I can kind of help you along the way with some advice. But you never know. Things may change. I make it help with money.
Hello, Moto.
And the reality is, I believe everybody who comes on this channel was sent here for a reason. I believe you are all anointed people. You all have been sent here for a reason. You all have been here because there's something about me that made you cling to me. You were sent here for a reason. You were like, well, I feel as though you were sent here because you are a lighter. That means that light is bright inside of you as well. And light attracts light. And I promise you, you're here on purpose. You're here on purpose. There was a message, someone like being a church preacher, but the reality is that y'all are a lighters. That means y'all shine with a big bright light as well. And the reality is, you may not recognize it now, but if anything about me makes you feel good, you're a lighter. Because if I was a dark person, y'all would feel bad every time y'all go on this live. I mean, evidence is always there. Anyway, but I do appreciate you, and I also thank God for creating you, so I don't have to be in this world alone. And I appreciate you all, every little sprinkle of joy that you bring, whether you're broken or clean. But please keep in mind that you are in charge, and everything I share with you don't have to be shared with everybody. Don't have to be shared with everybody. Everybody can't receive it. And if you do decide to share with them, with people, make sure you examine them to see that their heart is good. Because just because I share with you, don't mean that you share with somebody else that their heart is good. Make sure before you share information, make sure their heart is good and pure. Because they're going to bless you as well as you bless them. And the blessings keep moving forward. It'll just keep dominoes effect. Dominoes effect. But make sure you're in charge of your power. Because sometimes you share with the wrong person. They find things to take your power away. You may be a good-hearted person and stuff, but keep in mind, everything ain't for everybody. And certain people are set there to be a distraction. Anyway. Okay, y'all. About to do the roll call. Miss Daisy. Wait a second. Let me see. And I asked her to write, even Bible tells us that there as much as written. Exactly. Much is given, much required. Daisy Blonde, I asked her. Miss Anna S. Child. Who's that? Hello, Jasper, Daisy Queen, Yumi, S. Child, Daisy Queen, Nova, Miss Anna, Miss Evelina. I'm probably going to repeat names because I'm trying to go on this list and stuff. I just don't want y'all to go off this thing. I'll never say thank you or celebrate you, because one thing I don't like when I talk people in their lives and stuff, they don't even acknowledge me. They don't say nothing to me. And I was like, hi. They wouldn't even acknowledge me. I said, how you doing? They go. I said, okay. That energy is dark. Can't stay here. I'm not going to get mad at you. I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to. Anyway, I'll do one prayer with you, Evelina. I invoke the light. I invoke the light. Everything I want is come my way. I invoke my light. I invoke the light. Everything you're praying for come your way. I invoke the light. Only great things find you. Money finds you. I invoke the light. I invoke the light. All people that are bad have to flee from you. I invoke the light. Anybody that needs to be out of your life, give them the strength to leave. I invoke the light. We only bring in positivity until our life moving forward. I invoke the light. Money we need. Money we've been trying to get, money we need to come our way. We invoke the light, because only great things find us, and only money finds us. Everything we do in life is just blessings and blessings and blessings and blessings. People try to find us to help us along the way. I invoke the light, I invoke the light. Only great things for you to come forward. Only great things for you to come in your life now. As of today, there is a blessing on the way. Y'all have a blessed night.